As fast as our world around us is changing negatively, in current events we have Russia and Ukraine at war. Russia has threatened two other countries during this active situation. As a citizen, your immediate concern could be the thought of a possible breakout of War III, and the need to protect their friends and families. So how do I protect myself and my family of any type of internal and external threat or war? Could this ever happen in the United States? If the thought ever being threatened, how would you protect yourself? Personal safety is the top reason why most of, if not all, citizens agree to have the right to keep, bear arms. That is our Second Amendment. I want to talk about why we as citizens have the right to keep, bear arms is the same reason why we have the right to free speech. Even when the government tries to implement gun control, bearing arms is our most basic human right given to us by the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. In the Constitution it states our inalienable rights are granted to us by God. Bearing arms is one of our most important rights to self-preservation, be that from internal threats against domestic threats and protection from a tyrannical government. The right to bear arms generally refers to a person's right to possess weapons. In the Supreme Court that has interpreted the Constitution's right to bear arms, it has an individual self-defense right, making it very difficult for Congress to regulate gun control. My first topic, I would like to discuss the consequences of once our rights are taken away by gun control or a tyrannical government. What will be the outcome? How would you not just as an individual protect oneself, but to protect one's country? Secondly, I want to explain why we have the right to bear arms and give examples of the outcome. Thirdly, I would like to discuss other uses of having guns, the right to own, the right to bear arms, used in hunting or in sports. Let's begin by discussing the consequences of not bearing arms. First, consequences. If there ever was a tyrannical government, as we citizens would not be able to defend ourselves. Once a tyrannical government takes control of our rights to bear arms, it is because we let them. The consequence of that would be, as citizens, we have no right to be able to defend ourselves from any external threat or be that able to take back control from the government, like our founding fathers did during the American Revolution against the British and King James III. If a citizen's right to defend themselves were to be taken away, they would be at risk of different types of internal and external threats. The different types of external and internal threats would be robbers, murderers, rapists, and other citizens with ill intent. Would you be willing to place your loved ones in a situation where they will not be able to defend themselves against these types of individuals? We as citizens either have the right to protect ourselves or don't. There is no data saying that stripping people from their rights to self-protection will make us safer. There are no benefits of stripping law-abiding citizens of the right to protect themselves. Someone's opinion might be if we take away all guns from everyone, then citizens would have no reason to protect themselves. That is not entirely true, because most mass shooters who obtain their weapons illegally, such as Devin Kelly and Stephen Padlock, as you will hear me discuss. Secondly, we have the right to bear arms and able to protect our loved ones and property. We are not as much at risk to people that want to do us harm. We were armed. We have a chance to protect ourselves. And one example would be the event of the deadly mass shooting in Sutherland Springs. In 2017, Devin P. Kelly used an AR-15 to shoot up a church in Texas, killing 26 people and injuring 20 people. But before Kelly could kill any more citizens, a man named Stephen Wilford grabbed his AR-15 and shot and killed Kelly, ending his shooting. This is a perfect example of a law-abiding citizen practicing their Second Amendment. Stephen Wilford does not get the attention he deserves as a hero and a law-abiding citizen because the left does not want to see a good person using a gun to shoot a bad person using a gun. Stephen Wilford is a certified NRA fireman trained instructor practicing his Second Amendment. Another example when citizens do not carry any firearms to protect themselves is when in 2017 a man named Stephen Padlock was a shooter in the mass shooting in Las Vegas, killing 28 civilians and injuring 876. Stephen Padlock was found a way to acquire a firearm illegally. He had a criminal record, which means he should not have been able to acquire a firearm, but somehow he found a way to obtain one. So it did not matter if we ban firearms. Evil people that want to do harm will find a way. With citizens able to use their right to bear arms, we will have more heroes such as Stephen Wilford to protect ourselves against mass shooters such as Stephen Padlock and David Kelly. Finally, I would like to discuss other uses of firearms such as hunting and sports related. Banning guns will not only have an effect to be able to protect ourselves, but we will also have an effect on a whole field of sports. There are many different sports using firearms such as hunting, skeet shooting, marksmanship, and more. Hunting is the main sport involving the use of hunting rifles. The sport of hunting is obtained trophies such as mounts, meat, or food for money. The second main sport with firearms is skeet shooting. Skeet shooting is when the individual uses it to assist in their aim. Taking our right to bear arms in sport related would cause individuals to miss out on scholarships, prize money, and a source of income and food. Taking away our rights to bear arms would not be in the best interest of the people. Too much is at stake, especially your life. Now that you know how important it is, your right to, as a citizen, to bear arms is important. I would like you to consider purchasing a firearm if you are of legal age. If it is for self-defense or you just want to see how the process of buying a gun, maybe that would change your mind. If you just want to see the process of owning a gun, you could just return the firearm. It is as simple as this statement. You either have a right to defend yourself or you don't.